I've done a lot of morning routines in the past to showcase what my morning routine looks like occasionally. I kind of wanted to make this video to refine my morning routine and make a routine that I can do every single day. So I conducted some research and found some similarities between the articles that I was reading. So I wanted to present what constitutes a good morning routine, but also take this with a grain of salt, because these were not peer-reviewed scholarly articles. Number 1, consistency with your wake-up time. A lot of articles said that waking up at the same time every day is very helpful for your morning routine. It's good for your circadian rhythm and whatnot. Next, hydration. I am constantly dehydrated, but upon doing some research, it recommended to drink 12 to 16 ounces of water before you drink anything else. And that is essentially a glass of water upon waking up. Do I do that? No. Next, moderate exercise. A lot of articles recommended doing some moderate exercise within your morning routine. But moderate exercise could include a quick walk. It could also include stretching or getting some minor movements in at the beginning of your day, which is somewhat doable. Next, mindfulness integration. I never ever do this, but a lot of articles recommended this to integrate into your morning routine, so I will try. Next, embrace early day sunlight. When you wake up, it said try and aim to spend 5 to 10 minutes in sunlight. A lot of articles also recommended day planning and prioritization. Write a to-do list, write a schedule for your day, so you feel motivated and ready to take on the day. Next, breakfast. Breakfast was recommended to be had within the first hour of waking up. I always wake up and I'm really hungry, so I have a breakfast every single morning, of course. Makes me feel better. Next, caffeine. This is an issue. A lot of articles recommended delaying your caffeine intake to 90 to 120 minutes after waking up. That's an hour and a half to 2 hours after waking up, which if you've seen any of my videos, you know that I immediately wake up and make coffee. Your cortisol peaks when you wake up. So when you wake up, you have the energy, your cortisol naturally wakes you up. And so it's kind of good to try and let that cortisol response wake you up as opposed to using something like caffeine that's just gonna increase it even more. So that's something that I will try and integrate. Here are my resources, by the way. Now I'm gonna try and create my own morning routine based on these recommendations and see if it is helpful. Okay, so I've woken up. It's 8 a.m. I feel like 8 a.m. is a pretty decent time for me to wake up. Okay, so as per the recommendation of the internet, I'm gonna try and drink 1 liter of water within the first 3 hours of waking up. So I'm gonna have 1 glass right now. I don't know why drinking water is such a difficult task for me. Okay, 1 glass of water finished, and then I just have the rest of this to finish. Okay. Next, mindful minutes. Just gonna do a timer for like 1 minute, 10 seconds, because I have to go sit down. Actually, I'll just do it like this. Do I close my eyes? I don't know. That's definitely not relaxing, that timer sound. Next thing. If I'm meant to be sitting outside for 5 minutes, even if it's just 5 minutes, I need to get real warm and cozy because it is cold. Throw on some gloves. I'm gonna throw on some gloves and a hat and stuff because it's quite cold. I'm gonna put on some big socks too, and then I'm gonna get out there. No. Well, that scared me. The pigeon. The only thing is I know that this seat is so dirty. It's actually not as cold as I expected, which is kind of lovely. Do I really need these gloves? I don't think so. Okay, so my to-do list. Yeah, I have a few assignments that I need to do. I also need to edit my YouTube video. I'm gonna go to the gym as well today. I also want to start working on this case study assignment that I have and potentially finishing that. And I guess I kind of also want to clean my apartment and grab some more groceries. If I were to wake up and it were to be a beautiful sunny day, this would be fabulous. But also it is nice to just like be outside, even if I'm staring at buildings and hear cars honking. Now it's time for breakfast because I've been awake for like an hour and I'm hungry and I don't want to do any exercise or anything before I eat. Important to fuel the body. I think I really need to integrate stretching into my everyday morning routine, honestly. I put my grippy Pilates socks on. Really hope there's not a hole in my crotch, the crotch of these sweatpants, because... Okay, there isn't. I'm gonna do some stretching now, though. I'm getting very sore these days. I wake up and I'm sore. I actually feel like I need to find a proper stretching routine that's gonna help me in the morning, because I just kind of do whatever I believe people do when they stretch. My socks say, yes, I can, yes, I will. Yes, I can stretch. Yes, I will stretch. Hooray! I can finally have my morning coffee. Yes. So, that was a nice morning routine. I feel very energized and I feel very calm. And I also I wasn't really on my phone for the first hour of waking up, even longer in a way. So I think that this was definitely a good morning routine that I enjoy and would like to do in the future. The only thing I think about is really how feasible is this? I'm gonna try throughout the next few days. And I'm gonna see if this is something that I can actually keep up with, because I do actually feel really good after doing that. I feel like it's a solid morning routine, even though it's like very minimal, but I wanted to make it something that's actually achievable for me with my life, with my schedule. So overall today went well, but I'm gonna try and do this again and see how well it works for me. So it is approximately 1 month after I filmed this video. So let me tell you how attempting this morning routine went. The first few days, I was quite consistent with it. It was easy to keep up with. I mean, I was essentially doing it for the video, and it was nice. I felt good after doing it, and led me to success for the rest of the day. But I didn't necessarily make it into a habit, and eventually I kind of stopped keeping up with it. Started having my coffee as soon as I woke up, stopped doing some stretches in the morning, no mindfulness, no planning, no to-do lists, and I kind of stopped doing most of the things that I had aimed to do. And I think that is partly attributed to the fact that I had really early classes, and so I would often wake up right before I had to leave, and so that limited the time to have a nice morning routine. I didn't make it into a routine, I didn't make it into a habit, and so I didn't really continue on with it. But I want to try it again soon because I felt good after it. These little things that I changed about my routine, things that I changed and things that I added, made it a lot better, and it made me feel better. So while I didn't keep up with it, I think it was great, and I think it did improve my morning routine, and I want to keep trying. I want to try and make it into a habit because I think that it would be great. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.